Well,
garden at home?
in Riverside, in a neighborhood lot, I have 41 fruit trees I put in,
Wow.
plus a vegetable garden. And my garden consultant, Michael, all my success is due to Michael.
The green brown thumb.
Actually, everything would die if it was.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the two brown thumbs.
Yep.
I guess this is what they.
Good morning, guys.
Do, right?
Hey, got visitors. What a nice surprise. My best neighbor, Michael Anderson, and Bob Peterson, my friend. And I wasn't expecting visitors this morning, but it turned out to be really good. So it's a happy Friday.
This
And
is
I'm-
season 17 of Amar Acres.
Thank you. Now I know, Bob, you're into farming and orchards and all that stuff.
That's
You
right.
want to tell us just quickly what kind of varieties do you have in your
Well,
garden at home?
in Riverside, in a neighborhood lot, I have 41 fruit trees I put in,
Wow.
plus a vegetable garden. And my garden consultant, Michael, all my success is due to Michael.
The green brown thumb.
Actually, everything would die if it was.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the two brown thumbs.
Yep. So, what varieties of fresh fruit trees do you have?
Well, I've got avocados. I've got 6
Uh-huh.
different varieties of
All right.
citrus. Caracara orange,
love
Moro blood
Caracara.
orange,
Okay.
Washington navel, Valencia, Meyer lemon, mandarin, Mexican lime, and tangelo. And I've got stone fruits and avocados,
Okay.
and
What
berries and grapes.
kind of veggies are you planting this year?
What I have growing this year are beets, carrots, cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, kale,
Okay.
and peas, and I'm debating whether or not to put corn in.
Well, do you like corn?
I like corn.
Why not? And Michael, what kind of fruit trees do you have at your mansion?
I have orange trees that never grow.
Yeah, what happened to that peach tree that we kind of like?
My avocados died.
Oh, sorry about that. Condolences to the.
I think it was because of all the
Andersons?
bad advice I got from this guy in Riverside.
Speaking of avocados, it looks like we've got some avocados here. See on this side, Bob?
Yeah, you got some here too.
Come on, look on this side.
Yeah, I can see them right here.
Yeah. So hopefully,
Yeah, you got a lot.
we
of
won't
them
have
right
as
here.
much hot weather, but I have a feeling we're going to have a heat wave.
All right, here's the joke. Is the joke that the Amar and Peterson co-op
Yep.
will
Partnership.
buy 50,000 acres of land and control the entire destiny of the whole area here for the and control the monopoly on all the fruit in Southern California.
We will be an agro-business giant.
Exactly. I like the idea, but Bob and I, we share ideas, we share seeds. I think he's going to get me a couple of the, what is it, Manila? Oh, papaya seeds to grow. But that's a good idea. We're going to be definitely looking into it. They said 50,000 acres
Yeah, 50,000 acres and
in
you can
Adelanto
well,
or in
you
Barstow. You buy them for 1 cent an acre.
and you can start shipping it all to China.
Okay, Bob. So this is another mulberry tree.
How's the fruit?
I think this one is originated in Syria because they call it Syrian mulberry.
That's probably a good clue.
Yeah.
How long does it take from planting to actually getting fruit?
Mulberry the second year.
It's only 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah, 2
Yeah,
years.
The Pakistani mulberry, in my opinion, is the sweetest. That's a
It's a
really-
good one.
That's a very good fruit.
It is a good one.
This is outside seating at the Amar Acres restaurant.
Yeah, so I thought we'll sit down and catch up a little bit. Beautiful breeze today, and have some oranges. You got some oranges?
Life is good at Amar Acres.
Yeah, I got some tomatoes growing here. Did you see that?
I saw that. Yeah,
Do you have a lot of tomatoes?
I do. They're not ripe yet, but I've got dozens and dozens of tomatoes.
I bought the tomatoes. They were extra. I didn't have room at home, so I brought them over here.
Life is good.
I like your book. Been reading the book, but you want to tell us a little bit about your book?
Well, the book was one of the things I wanted to do, and I wrote a book on aging, and basically on people's life from the ages of 60 to 80.
Okay.
And it's like a football game and a basketball game. Takes 4 quarters, and so the thesis of the book is you go 20, 40, 60, 80, and you're dead,
And
because that's the average lifespan.
and what's the title of your book again?
It's called Boomers Turning 60-ish. What's next on the highway of life? And then, of course, if you make it past 80, there's a chapter there called Overtime.
Yeah, but it's called Some Bucket.
Yeah. So it's always interesting what people do with the last quarter of their life, and from 60 to 80. And so it has some pithy observations, advice.
And where can you get the book if people are interested watching it right now?
You can get the book on Amazon.
Amazon,
Go on
okay.
Amazon. The title by the author is Michael Lee.
Michael Lee, the
Michael
author.
Lee,
Okay,
author.
that's you.
That's me. And the title again is Boomers Turning 60-ish. What's next on the highway of life?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a great book and easy to read, and I like the way it's printed. Large print. So, and it's reasonable. How much does it cost?
I think it's $10.
$10. Wow,
On
it's worth it, guys. If you guys are interested. And Bob, did you get a chance to read Michael's book?
I have.
Okay, what's your just short sentence?
Well, in fact, I wrote a review of it.
You did.
I said, well, another entry from this gas bag in Grand Terrace. No, there are a lot of timely pearls contained in that volume. I like his analogy of sports, the quarters.
Okay.
We're rapidly approaching overtime. Not the fourth quarter, overtime.
Exactly.
I'm hoping for double overtime.
Yeah.
So guys, if you guys are interested, go to Amazon.com, look for Michael Lee, author, and his book.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey Michael, how many sheep do you think are in New Zealand? I know there are like 3 point some million people there, but what your statistics show?
Well, I'm kind of a stat guy, but I remember about 10, 15 years ago that in Australia, I saw a video tribute to Art Linkletter. It was, and he had a ranch and had all the sheep, and they mentioned that there were 100 million or so in Australia. New Zealand, I don't know. It has a smaller population. And
what do you think? An estimate? Do you think there are?
I'm thinking there's 3 million people who live there, and as a wild guess, I would say 10 to 1.
Guess what? There are 26.16 million sheep in New Zealand.
Okay.
According to my friend Google.
That's pretty close.
Yep. So there you go.
But if I ask how many there are in Ritchie Canyon, I know
5.
there's at least 4, and now a new addition, so there's 5.
Yeah, surprise. There you go. Yep.
You got to ask me a question.
we were talking about food and stuff like.
Oh, I think we were mentioning before, I said, well, it's embarrassing for me, but I will admit it. I'm a very boring eater. I can eat the same thing for 6 months, you know, and I just want it quick and fast, simple and easy. And I am not a foodie, and yet my friends are foodies, and I respect that. I respect that.
And I appreciate your honesty. You know, at least you're honest and you're.
This is not my thing. So, you know, it's funny. My wife, we can go to a restaurant, right?
Uh-huh.
I go to a Mexican restaurant, and I'll get the exact same thing every time. I don't even look at the menu. And my wife will say, "Why don't you try something else?" And I say, "No, because I know what I want, and I'm happy." And I said, "And you know, nearly 30 years of marriage, have you ever heard me complain?" "No, I've never heard you complain, but that's not the point." And I said, "Yes, I do know that I'm boring in my food, but what can I tell you?
Well,
I'm happy. I'm happy."
Thanks.
I said, "Well, you got to ask me your question."
Oh, you were just saying something.
Oh, I was just saying that how everybody is different when it comes to food, and that today you have, if you're preparing a table, you have to consider if there are meat eaters, whether it's halal or kosher. You have to consider whether it's seafood, whether people eat fish or not, concerned about mercury. You have children who are allergic to peanuts or to something else, and you have people who are either vegan or they're just vegetarian. Some are non-dairy, some are dairy, and some have to have gluten-free.
Yeah.
It just becomes really complicated, and the only way you can solve that problem is have 100 items on your table or go to a restaurant.
Or you can serve a big bowl of ice cubes. That way,
And
everyone can eat it.
I'm usually on a seafood diet, so
If I see it, I eat it.
whenever I have food around me
Yeah.
and I see food, I eat it.
Yeah,
So
some people like that, right? Yeah.
Really? Really?